Hello world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to codingscientist.com, the one of our series, special series, Zero to Hero series on MicroPython using Raspberry Pico. Alright guys, let's take a look at it where we are. We are on lesson number 8, MicroPython input output button control. So what exactly this means button control? So let's take a look at the circuit diagram. We are going to basically add a push button into the previous circuit what we made. So in the previous lesson I showed you how to connect an LED with a pull-up resistor, basically a current limiting resistor, anything between 50 to 330 ohms resistor to the positive terminal of your LED and connecting to the pin number 15. The same circuit we will use with additional wiring for the push button. So what is the use of this? So basically the push button to control the input and output logics in MicroPython code. So basically while pushing the button with the same code, the LED should glow, and push the same button with the same code, same MicroPython code, the LED should go off. So basically the button is on pin number 14. If you look at the circuit drawing here, I connected to pin number 14, and it's also connected to 3.3 volt pin of your Pico or Pico. Okay, so this means when you set the pin, you need to tell MicroPython that it is an input pin and needs to be pulled down. So that is how the pull up and pull down resistor functions when you add a push button to your MicroPython code. So let's open up our Thani IDE and write some code for this. So basically what we need to do, this is my IDE. Let me just show it up, share my screen. All right, there you go. All right, so let's do one thing. So we have to basically start from here. Let's import our machine and the pin. So from machine import pin should be in uppercase always guys, so make a note of it, right? It's very important. And then we will import the time module, import time, like this, import time. And then I think time should be in the lowercase, import time. So time is a module basically which can calculate, it's an inbuilt function in, it's an inbuilt function in Python basically. So you can delay the time, reduce the time. There are multiple functions of the time which I am going to teach you in details in the future lessons. And then we need to set the LED pin. So LED equals to, let's say LED equals to which was the pin, it was pin number 15. LED equals to open parenthesis pin equal to 15. Okay, yeah, we can write the code like this, or else I can put this within the parenthesis. It may not require another one. So pin is pin 15, and then pin.out, comma, pin.out, like this. Output out is we are sending the output signal to the pin number 15. That is what this program does. Okay, and the pin should be in uppercase. Python is very case sensitive guys, especially MicroPython. It's purely based on Python and C++. So it's absolutely 100% case sensitive. Even a smaller case and an uppercase makes a whole lot of difference in your entire program itself. So you got to be really careful. Alright, pin equals to pin 15. We are declaring in the pin 15, and then we are sending the signal out, pin.out. Then we need to define our button. So where is the button? Button should be in lowercase. Button is as per the drawing. Let me just take a look. Okay, it's connected to one terminal here and the other terminal, all right, in the positive grid. All right, sounds good. So let's see. So button is basically connected to pin number 14. button equals pin 14, comma, then pin dot, we need to say pin dot in, sorry, pin dot uppercase in, okay, and then we need to say comma pin, okay, pin number 14, and then pin, we need to say pin dot in, comma, and after that we can actually bring it to pull up. No, I think it should be pull down. Pin dot pull down. Okay, maybe that should make sense. Okay, pin dot pull underscore down, like this. All right, and then we'll create a loop. Okay, so for continuous function, we need to bring that back into the loop. While true, let's bring into the while loop. While true is so good, true, and true, while true, colon, see, if you press enter, the indentation automatically gets into the right place, whatever the loop you create, right? So that's how the loop function works. If button dot value, and what should be the value? Value should be just empty as of now as a function, like this with a colon. And then let's go to LED, and then we need to, once the value is triggered, it should get into the toggle mode. So LED dot toggle, let's say LED dot toggle function. All right, LED dot toggle, I think T should be in lowercase, LED dot toggle, and then we will stop. We will use the time. We have imported the time at the beginning of this code, so we will use the time.sleep. Basically for half a millisecond it can just sleep, and then again we can, once we press it on, it will glow on or off, and then time.sleep. Time.sleep for 0.5, like this. Let's see, I hope the code runs. Let me just double verify again. We are so basically we are importing machine, the pin from the machine, from machine import pin, and then the import time, and then the LED equals pin. We are assigning the pin to pin number 15, and we are sending the signal pin.out. All right, and then the button equals pin, again from pin number 14. We are taking the input pin.in, and the input is basically pin is the pull down, basically the pull down from the push button switch. All right, that is pull underscore down. And then we are bringing the entire thing into the loop while true. If the button dot value is true, then what happens? The LED has to toggle. All right, it's toggling, and then the time dot sleep. All right, looks okay. Let me just try to run it and see. We need to click the run button here, the green button on top, run, and there is a pop-up box as usual. You may not be able to see in my screen because I need to share the entire desktop. I am on a different mode. So in your system, as soon as you click run, it'll pop up a message. It'll ask for to save the file either in this computer or option 2 Raspberry Pi Pico. You need to click Raspberry Pi Pico. Okay, I clicked on that and I'm saving the file. You can name the file as something like button. All right, now it says line number 9 syntax. What is that? Line number 9 syntax error. What should be the syntax error here? Let me just try to debug. LED.toggle, TOGGLE. The spelling seems to be correct. Then what should be the problem? I think it's probably because the indentation. Let me just check. All right, let me run this again. I'm running the code. Okay, looks happy. Now let me press the button. All right, there you go. I think it's working perfect, guys. So let me just share my screen. Let me share my circuit here. Alright, if you can see here, I am pressing the button. Currently the LED is on. If I press the button, this particular button, the push button, the LED should go off. There you go. The LED is off. And now if I press this again, it should go on. There you go, it's on. Can you see that, guys? I'll press it again. Press it on. And the LED goes off. Press again. It goes off. It's just a simple push button, right? It's not an on and off switch. It's a push button. So this is how the circuit works, and the way you are triggering the LED basically from the MicroPython, activates everything. That's how the pull up and pull down resistor function works through the MicroPython code. So as we go forward, you will understand what is the purpose of this kind of basic exercise, because all these basics will be included into more complex stuff as we go along and start building. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I'll be back soon in the next video. It's gonna get interesting as we go forward. Goodbye.